Oh, hello there. I've been enjoying sitting on this couch, knitting up here, looking out the window. We just moved the couch up here a couple of weeks ago, and it's been great. I've been making really good progress on my birthday socks. I finished the heel section, and I've got them both back on the needles at the same time. And now it's just straight knitting up the legs until I feel like they're long enough, and they'll be done. And I think I should have them done by my birthday. And I've been starting to think of my next projects. I've got something that I'm calling February knitting. I've gathered together a fairly random assortment of yarns, and I'm planning to make myself a shawl from these yarns. Been inspired. I've been watching season 5 of Outlander on Netflix, and I've been really enjoying the crossbody shawls that some of the characters wear. The shrug that I have here is actually inspired by something that Claire's character wore in a previous season, and I made myself my own little shrug here. But this season I'm hoping to make a shawl. I thought that the crossbody shawls that they wear were triangular shawls, and I tried knitting one, but to fit across my body the shawl would have to be enormous. But I've since found that that the shawls that wrap around your body are not actually triangles, but they're kind of more, they have pointy ends that wrap around your body. So I'm going to give that a try. My plan is to knit every day for the month of February. I considered doing this in December, but I felt like I had too much going on, and I decided to postpone it until February. So my plan is to knit every day for the month of February. Because the shawl, the way that the shawl is knitted, you start out with short rows, and then the rows grow bigger and bigger and bigger as you go along. So I won't be knitting the same number of rows each day. I thought I would start out knitting 10 little short rows, and then on day 2, 9, day 3, 8, etc., until I get down to 1. And I think once the shawl is grown enough that 1 row a day will be more than enough. So that's my plan, one of my plans for February. It turns out that there's something else called the 100-Day Project that's also starting up at the end of this month on January 31st. And this is not my project, it's somebody else's project. And I don't normally join in on these other projects, but this one seemed fairly simple, and a friend of mine sent an email around to some of her friends inviting them to join in on this project. And it seems like it's really simple. You just pick something simple that doesn't take very long, and do it every day for 100 days. Anyway, I had a really good project in mind. My daughter gave me this little journal for Christmas, and it's a hand-bound journal made by someone named Tina Poulsen from Victoria. And the paper inside is Arches watercolor paper, and she knew that I wanted to get myself some of that paper, so she gave me this journal, and it's beautiful. It's my favorite binding stitch. This Coptic binding stitch is my favorite, and it's got 58 pages. And I also happen to have this set of Daniel Smith fine watercolor paints. There's 238 paint chips here, and I thought I would put the two together and make some watercolor marks. So it's really going to be an exploration of these beautiful watercolor paints, and a chance to do some abstract mark making in this beautiful book over 100 days. And my plan is to spend 2 days on each of the pages. One day do some sort of watercolor mark, and then the next day do something else. Perhaps more watercolor or something else. I don't know what, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time, maybe 10-15 minutes every day, and we'll see how that goes. So those are my plans coming up, finishing the socks and starting the 2 new projects. There's not much that I love about winter in Vancouver. It rains a lot here. We've had, there's been snow in the forecast for the last 2 days, but we haven't actually had any snow yet. One of the things that I do really love is the pattern that the bare trees, the leafless trees, make against the sky in the winter time. And this is something that you only see here in the winter. That would be my happy thing for today.